Have a clear objective. You should always have an objective. Often in a good script, an objective is written into the scene: to end the affair, to propose, to move out. Your action can change from scene to scene, but you should always work out what you are meant to be doing. D. Cannon, acting teacher. This first principle is about choosing where you want to go, what you want to do, and what you want to accomplish with your performance. In acting terms, we refer to our most important goal for a performance as the superobjective and the smaller goals that get us to the big goal as our subobjectives. In order to reach this big goal, you'll need to try every tactic you can think of until you succeed. You'll need boundless amounts of motivation to drive you forward toward success because obstacles are sure to stand in your way. That motivation is made up of your underlying needs and wants. I need food. I want money. I need security. If one tactic doesn't get you what you want, you try another, and if that doesn't work, you'll try another, and so on. Think of it like working on a project. The project is designed around a big goal or a deliverable, the superobjective. Then, you identify the milestones, subobjectives, that you need to accomplish in order to achieve the big goal. Once you have milestones, you figure out which tasks, tactics, you need to pursue in order to reach them. If you have a deep need to achieve the big goal, you'll try any task you can think of to get it done. In any given performing situation, by defining your goal, you are able to uncover your true motivation. If you're making a speech, going for a promotion, trying to secure a loan, or interviewing for the job of your dreams, your motivation has to be so strong that you will not leave the room until your superobjective is achieved. For example, classical music conductor Benjamin Zanders said in his TED Talk, "The transformative power of classical music, I'm not going to go on until every single person in this room, downstairs and in Aspen, and everybody else looking, will come to love and understand classical music." So that's what we're going to do. Let's say you're going to give a speech to highlight the work of a charity you've become involved with and sit on the board of. You're passionate about the charity's work and have waited for years to get a leadership position. Your why you do it could be that, by the end of your speech, every person who hears you will make a contribution, including that Wall Street financier you imagined at the back of the room who will see you afterward and hand you a check made out to the charity for $250,000. Your deep need to achieve this goal is driven by your motivation to save lives, and that informs your choices, the tactics you will use, for the character you will play that night. This is a technique. Please don't take the example literally. Don't filibuster the room until the audience falls asleep, chases you off the podium, or you make everyone donate even if they don't want to. From speechmaking to networking, motivation is a powerful and liberating tool available to guide you in the decisions you make. This might sound easy, but in practice many of us lose sight of our motivation to achieve a particular goal because of fear, distraction, or disillusion. During my acting training, I was taught to ask myself during early-stage character development and rehearsals, what are my goals and what is my motivation to accomplish those goals? And so should you, no matter what you do. Where many go astray isn't so much in their lack of motivation. After all, we are all motivated in some way in every circumstance. The fault lies when our objectives and/or motivations are unclear, conflicting, or muddy because we haven't approached the question with a true, clear purpose. Think about job interviews or presentations that fell short of your goals. Were you razor-sharp about your objective and was your motivation mission-critical, or were you focusing on what you think someone else wanted to see? Another example of the importance of having strong motivation can be seen in something that happened at a wedding. It was a tale of two toasts. The first one didn't have a clear goal or much discernible motivation to achieve a goal. The second had both. We were sitting at our tables, settling into our dinner. The father of the groom gave a flat, vague, and unfocused toast. His speech was written on a few loose pages that I had seen him editing right before the reception. He said some nice things about the couple, he wished them well, related a few memories about his son, thanked people for coming, and then free associated a little about going out on your own. He lost his place a couple times in his speech and wasn't able to express the joy he really felt inside. His objective may have been to simply give a good toast, but that's a losing proposition. You can't do a good job without a clear objective and compelling motivation about the other players in your scene, what you want for them or from them, and then acting out as many tactics as needed to achieve that goal. The father's motivation could have been to make his daughter-in-law feel that she was now not just his son's girlfriend, but an essential member of the family. To successfully do this, he needed some kind of motivation that would drive him and guarantee he'd achieve this goal. Why was this goal so important? What's the backstory? Was his son widowed and the family adored and can't stop talking about his first wife? Is the new wife often made to feel like she's an outsider by other members of the family? How important is it for the father to make his son's new wife feel like family? He may have had this intention, but it didn't come through in his performance, and this is key, because he didn't think through what he wanted to achieve in the moment and how he was going to get there. So his speech fell flat. He also didn't rehearse. Objectives and motivation are keys you uncover during the rehearsal process. On the other hand, at the same wedding, the bridesmaids had written and rehearsed a joint toast that stole the show. I knew they had a clear objective and strong motivation that got them started with their big idea. They wanted to give the guests a true understanding of what it's like to know the bride and groom the way they knew them, as great friends, as a real couple, as people, not two figures on top of a wedding cake. They created a clever stage bit about a dictionary that included definitions of all the terms that described the couple. They performed it like an old-school comedy routine, with one bridesmaid throwing out the term and then another delivering the laugh line. They even created a mock dictionary that they used as a prop and gave to the couple as a gift. This was certainly the kind of toast that could have gone badly, but they had rehearsed so much that they owned their material. They were funny, bawdy, and loving. They stole the show. Their idea came out of their objective to share the real people they knew the bride and groom to be, and it worked. How do we go about finding our motivation? In the same way the actor needs to think through the writer's motivation for creating the characters, you need to know the goals your boss or event sponsor or negotiating partner has for the job at hand. If you are doing something on your own, know what you're trying to achieve and why. The actor will plan and study how her character will take action and respond minute by minute through the play. She will think about how the character responds to success, adversity, or bad news. In your process, you want to think about how your choices move you toward your objective or not. You want to think about how you respond to specific criticisms, how you overcome specific objections you expect to encounter, and how you will respond to any anxiety-provoking challenges. When making choices, always start with why and continue to ask yourself why until you get to the root of your need or desire. If you do, you'll unleash a motivation so compelling that you'll do everything in your power to pursue it. And that's what will make you interesting to watch. When you give a speech, if your motivation is clear and you'll try every tactic you can possibly think of to achieve your goal, do everything in your power to get the audience to think, feel, and do what you want them to do, then you'll be inspiring to watch, gratifying to hire, exciting to date, thrilling to love, and just too darn fun.